you choose to nerd out and go, no, I'll listen to my hippity hop and my riggedy rap.
Yeah, that's what I listen to.
Yeah, you do. Of course you do.
Listen to rap. So what? It's that black music.
Ugh.
Which I got into a debate with someone about.
Oh my goodness.
They were talking about there's no such thing as black music or white music.
Yes, there is.
I've
Ain't no real black people banging country. You choose to nerd out and go.
I mean, these were the arguments. Okay. Let's start this stupid thing. I need to tweet out the link and then we can get started. If I was to do.
I'm a broken-handed Superman.
Okay, we're getting picked up. It's getting picked up.
You should probably move up.
You should probably move up. Moving on up.
You're gonna be doing all the talking, so you know.
Yeah, but you still gotta interject with your bush.
All it is. I don't agree. Next clip. Say something funny, douche.
Okay, here we go. Let's get this thing started. There you go. There's a good laugh.
It's not comfortable.
It's not. Hello, people. Episode 3 of Revisited. We don't know how long this is gonna go. DA is just gonna
not long at all.
It's gonna at least be the minimum hour, and then DA is just gonna. Hey, the last one would have went an hour 30 if not for your last. Oh, let's just get past this clip.
You know that if I would have said no, let's not do this, you would have been like, oh, come on, it's just this little bitty tiny thing.
Are you serious?
I believe that you would have said
that was a 17-minute clip.
I believe you would have said, let's just power through this.
You literally said, let's power through this.
I believe you would have been like, there's no point in not just, let's just
Bush,
do this.
Dude, I was pissed.
After hearing
Before it, I was like, I don't know.
But you got super pissed on that one.
Yes, I got super pissed. So let's just jump right into this stupid thing.
The only thing I'm going to say about this, the last thing I'm going to say about this is, it comes down to what interests you the most, what you get behind. And it just so happens that you're more Superman and we're more Batman. It's how it is. So the way we see the characters are different.
Could you pause for a second? So does that mean that you can't like anything that you don't know about? Because he's just saying, well, you like Superman and we like Batman, so that's just the way it is always gonna be. You're never gonna come to our side, and we're never gonna come to your side. And then he just wipes the dust off his hands.
And it just so happens that you're more Superman and we're more Batman. It's how it is. So the way we see the characters are different. You see them how you see your characters. We see our characters how we see our characters. It's a difference in opinion. So
I am into nearly every other thing I read.
No, you're not really into Batman. You're not.
Other than the Bat universe. And I have said several times that I know a good story when I see it. The Batman universe itself is completely unappealing to me for various reasons.
Exactly, but meanwhile, to me, the Batverse is my favorite.
Why?
Verse.
Oh,
just because of the scope of the story. I like Batman's character. I like who Batman surrounds himself with. I love Alfred. I love Tim Drake. I love Damian Wayne. I love Dick Grayson.
He named 3.
I love
and then stalled.
Jason Todd. I love Barbara Gordon. Every one of the Bat family, I love each of their characters. The villains are all interesting to me. I like to see how Batman's going to take them down next. It's
by punching them.
No, you say that.
Oh, do I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just back up a little there.
I remember.
I like to see how Batman's going to take them down next. I remember
things that I love.
It's just
by punching them.
Not all the time. No, sometimes Batman.
That was a joke.
But whatever. See, I'm not joking right now. The fact is, a lot of time Batman will defeat them without even looking at them, and that's the point.
Okay, I didn't hear anything he said after.
That was a joke.
The fact is, Batman does beat people by using gadgetry or looking up some research on how to build something or trying to take down a specific weakness. But then so does every hero. Every hero has to look at the situation and say, okay, how do I defeat this person? No hero can just go into every situation and punch their way through to a victory. That would be dumb. Like, it means nothing.
I think it's only Batman, personally.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes Batman
argument does.
Whatever. See, I'm not in joke mode right now. The fact is, a lot of time Batman will defeat them without even looking at them, and that's the point.
Could you pause? Isn't that what he criticized Superman for? Just flicking the head of his opponents? That seems sort of like an OP. Just not even going to defeat you by not even looking at you. That seems very OP.
I think because Batman's whole motif is like a fear thing, it makes more sense in his mind that, Batman's, they're so afraid of him that they're just going to...
They're already defeated.
Yeah.
No.
Without even looking at them, and that's the point. It's just, I don't know. I like the whole stealth of history as compared to Superman's. I'm gonna fly in and crack the planet in half.
Okay.
I don't care for Superman's overpowered God mode. I just don't care.
God mode.
I was speaking first.
No. I'm always speaking first, and you're interrupting.
I was saying a sentence, and you were trying to stop me midway.
Yeah, I'm trying to address the
point.
point.
You failed. The thing is, I have a personality that every time because I don't stop.
You can interrupt his
Then allow me to.
Yes, exactly. I am a master at. I have interruption.
There's the title.
Okay.
The title.
Tell me again why you don't like Superman.
Because Superman's.
Oh! Before we go into why he doesn't like Superman, wow, that's a long pause. What do you remember this exactly?
What are you talking about?
This section, exactly why he doesn't like Superman.
I don't. It changes so much.
Do you think he will say powers or personality?
Powers.
Powers. Because in a later point, Mike talked about his personality, and I say the OP God mod is always A1.
Well, let's see. Let's hope we were right, or otherwise we'll just look like giant douches.
Because Superman's just Superman is just an overpowered. Ooh. Every last thing is brute strength.
Game over.
It's
thank you, DA.
I'm sorry. It's too right. He's too. What's the word? He's too PC for me.
Like Captain America.
No, he doesn't.
He's too PC for me.
Okay. You said he's too overpowered.
We had this conversation before with the whole Goku versus Superman thing. He said his power is infinite. At one point, he just becomes a god. I'm sorry, but no.
When did I say that?
When the Superman Goku argument, we were sitting here.
Mike, did I ever say that?
I'm not in this.
You did not say that. You're actually projecting the buffer from Goku versus Superman onto the thing. There is a arc where Superman absorbs enough sunlight that he does beat Superman.
That's the All-Star Superman.
Well, that's what you brought up. That's what I know. But the thing is,
that's a side.
That's the kind of Superman that I'm aware of.
That's an Elseworld tale that was specifically designed not to highlight Superman's power, but the human side of the character.
And at the end, it's a one shot essentially because he becomes the sun.
Yeah, it's a one shot. He dies. Yes. It's over. It's not in the main continuity. Like, a lot of people bring up these side stories, and then I'll say it doesn't matter because this Superman never addresses it because in essence it never happened. Side stories, Elseworld tales, they are literally fan fiction. Writers are paid to write something in their own way. They're able to create their whole world.
Wouldn't it be awesome if Superman actually landed in Russia?
Yeah, something like that.
Thing. It's not like Superman's gonna be like, "Whoa, that was a weird dream." No, it's just a little side thing.
And him being so powerful because of the over saturation from the sunlight, that was just a side story. It was a great side story. Holy great.
So was Red Sun.
Red Sun was great.
Also a little weird though, but
what are you gonna expect? He's landing in Russia.
Well, that's what you brought up, and that's what I know. But the thing is,
that's a side.
That's the kind of Superman that I'm aware of. That I know of, that I've
God.
seen.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pause and address Ralph right now.
Oh no!
I hope you're
the past, present, and future are mixing.
I hope you're actually joking, Ralph. That's all I'm gonna say.
Help me, Doctor Who.
You see this, right?
Yes, I see.
I just hope you're joking about that.
You
Continuing
can't see
on.
inflections.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume it's a joke.
Well, that's what you brought up, and that's what I know. But the thing is,
that's a side.
That's the kind of Superman that I'm aware of, that I know of, that I've seen.
That's not Superman, and the story itself is what makes that arc. Not that he's so overpowered. Superman makes people strive to be a better person. But I'm gonna get into that later. Too overpowered. Okay.
You don't.
He has
that scene, by the way, and I can't picture Two-Face as that.
No,
he's still here?
Yeah. Anyways.
There you go. Okay, he has. Okay.
That was the end of that clip.
How are you gonna say okay?
Okay. Like, whatever.
Flash is probably the most broken superhero in the history of comics.
Batman is the most superhero. Are you kidding?
What?
I don't.
Wait. Did he just say Batman is the most broken hero? Wouldn't that make him the most overpowered?
Yes, it would.
Flash is probably the most broken superhero in the history of comics.
Batman is the most superhero. Are you kidding?
What?
I don't think he means personally.
Flash.
I think he
I was
means,
listening.
like,
I'm sorry. I think it's Batman.
Oh, he's talking emotionally. He's not.
I don't think he means personally. I think
I
he
was
means, like,
listening. I'm
story-wise.
sorry. I think it's Batman.
Flash.
I apologize.
I said. So
What'd you
Flash
say?
is probably the most broken superhero
think I said
besides
Green
people like
Lantern.
Sentry, and even then, with his whole Speed Force crap. So okay, overpowered.
Okay.
He has super strength. He has super speed. He's durable. He's not indestructible. People need to stop. He's not indestructible. He can be hurt if the punch is hard enough. Come on now. He has super hearing, which only helps
It doesn't help
to locate people that need help. He has supervision, which pretty much only helps to help people that need help. He has X-ray vision, which he rarely uses in a fight.
Oh,
I don't.
oh, the X-ray vision thing.
You went way too far back.
Yeah, the X-ray vision thing. What a moment this was. This is Superman using his smarts. He's fighting either Metallo or some metal construct. It might have been Brainiac. And they have him, a woman hostage. And he's just talking down to Superman, blah, 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 this. You can't even say anything. You're so frightened. And Superman just goes, no, I'm trying to figure out what your melting point is. What a great scene.
Nah, I don't think so.
With his whole Speed
He's just brute force.
Which only helps to locate people that need supervision, which he rarely uses in a fight.
He does
And he has
use
heat vision.
effectively. Come on.
So
now.
we're talking super strength, super speed, durability, and heat vision are his main things to use in a fight.
Yes.
Isn't this basically Rogue? And Rogue is even more powerful than that.
Wait, were we talking X-Men now?
I'm just throwing superheroes and super people out.
But I've never been a big fan of the whole superpower thing. That's why my two favorite characters are Batman and Iron Man.
Stop. Batman and Iron Man. Remember that, people, because later when BG goes, name your top 5 heroes. BG goes, Iron Man's number 4. Got it. Who's next? He goes, no, I wouldn't put Iron Man there, because he knew that BG would tear him into shreds if he said Iron Man. That's all. His argument is convenient.
But I've never been a big fan of the whole superpower thing. That's why my two favorite characters are Batman and Iron Man.
Okay, that's just you then. You don't enjoy superpowers.
I don't. I don't like.
Didn't he say Green Lantern?
Later.
I don't. I don't like the whole OP mystical alien
It's
slash.
Whoa. But Green Lanterns. He said. I wish we could flash forward.
What you said?
Oh man, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Did he like Guardians of the Galaxy?
I believe he did, but that's just genetic freaks.
It's just mystical and space. He said those two things, but
yeah, but they're space creatures as opposed like a Thanos. Thanos would be like a space OP creature, as opposed to just these people in space. It's not Star Trek isn't what he's talking about. It's Superman coming from space, descending from the heavens, beating people up with a fist.
Flick of the wrist.
Flick of the wrist. Limp wrist.
I don't. I don't like the whole OP mystical alien / mysticism thing. I can't.
Whoa! Did he just say he doesn't like the Flash mysticism thing, and then he said he likes Flash later on?
Slash. Like the whole mysticism thing. I can't. It's my personal opinion. I can't get behind it. I'd rather get behind somebody who uses his money to use these gadgets and just trains a lot and is basically a concrete ninja. And with Tony Stark, I appreciate the fact that he's a
he just said
freaking genius, and he makes a suit of armor that blows stuff up and that lets him do stuff. But it's just I can never really get behind
silence.
Are you a fan of Hawkeye? Are you a fan of Green Arrow?
Green Arrow, I like Green Arrow a lot. I like Green Arrow more than most superpower heroes. Yeah.
Are you a fan?
But just he couldn't. He said he didn't. He couldn't name any villains. Nobody could name any villains or no.
No, that was Nate talking.
No, he said he named the villains. He was just like, I don't know any of them. I know this one from Teen Titans.
Oh yeah, I hate that stroke.
Green Arrow, I like Green Arrow a lot. I like Green Arrow more than most superpower heroes. Yeah.
Are you a fan?
Although I'm not a big fan of him. Don't get me wrong. I like Green Arrow's character a lot more than most superhero characters.
Whoa. What? If you're talking about the characters, then the powers shouldn't matter at that point. Unless you're talking about the character as a whole and what they do in a fight, which I brought up. That it comes down to fight.
It can't fight because he doesn't know any of the villains.
So yeah, unless it's just he's a normal guy, so I instantly like him.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Which again comes down to fights.
But it can't because he doesn't know the villains. What's going on here? Where are we?
Are you a fan?
Although I'm not a big fan of him. Don't get me wrong. I like Green Arrow's character a lot more than most superhero characters.
Okay, so your whole thing is you don't like
No, it's not that I don't like them. It's just my character preference. My character preference is the non-superpowered people. I like the characters that go about just as normal people. No, there's Iron Man.
I really
Batman,
wish I could have
Green
just
Arrow.
clips into this.
There's the question. There's a lot.
The question.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Really,
you're not a big fan of Green Arrow. You're not a big fan of Hawkeye.
No, but I choose because I don't have the money to buy 1 million comics. I don't have the patience to watch 8 million episodes of 8 million shows. I like Batman, so I will watch and read and focus more on Batman. I like
70 episodes.
Iron Man better, so I will focus on that from Marvel. That's what I choose to do. It's my personal preference.
I read a lot more comics than you.
I don't have the money or the time.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Shut up.
Maybe if I had more money and more time, I could get more into it. But as of right now, I can't.
Don't come up with this Superman. I don't like Superman because he's overpowered.
No, I don't. I genuinely don't. The reason why I'm not really intrigued, and the majority of the time, is the fact that I don't like his personality. For one, he's too goody for me.
That's what he's supposed to be. Batman, listen.
No, but I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. All I'm saying is...
No, you're arguing at me.
He's just getting his points out. That's all that matters.
Batman, listen.
No, but I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. All I'm saying is my personality doesn't really sync up with that idealism. That's just not my...
Listen.
What idealism?
Okay, Superman's idealism. He relates more to the Batmans and stuff because Superman is this beacon of hope. And he isn't personally like that. So, unrelatable. And because he's unrelatable, he doesn't like Superman.
But Cap.
Now, at the same time, comics, media, such and such, it's all escapism.
Yes, it is.
So, these characters don't have to be overly relatable for you to like them. I don't relate to Captain Cold. except maybe his morals. But, you know, I don't relate to a Captain Cold. I love the out of a Captain Cold, but I don't relate to him.
My Little Pony. My favorite character is Rarity. She's a fashionista who cares about her appearance a lot. I wear black all the time and crap that I like.
I got called out on wearing all black. I was
Who cares?
in a car, and my friend was like, you know, I've noticed you're wearing all black. Is this like a summer look? And I looked at myself like, okay, I'm wearing all black. Like, no, it's just clothes. They looked cool.
I have one red shirt. That's it.
I have my Dance Gavin Dance shirt. And I think I have a brown shirt.
All the rest is just black. I like black. Who cares?
I like black.
But yeah.
You see how you interrupted me mid-sentence?
I was still speaking. You didn't let me finish.
Okay. I'm going to address this real quick, so though it has nothing to do with soup bats. When someone is talking, they bring up a point. Mm-hmm. And when you want to counter that point, you have to interrupt them. Otherwise, they could be talking for another 40 seconds, and then that initial point is gone, and you have to address the new point. Yep. So, it's fine to interrupt, you know. Oh, I know I need to address this, what you just said. But when I'm addressing something that was said, and then you're just reiterating your point, and then you throw something else out that I have to counter, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So
us lambasting Guardians of the Galaxy was not near as good. It would have been a way better if Mike stopped and was like, okay, the comedy thing, let's talk about that for a second. Instead of us getting all of our points out and then him addressing it later and then forgetting the points and not being able to properly address them.
Yeah.
You see how you interrupted me mid-sentence?
I was still speaking. You didn't let me finish.
No, you weren't.
I was still mid-sentence. I was still speaking.
BG, he was.
I said, okay. I don't even know. Who was I talking about?
You see, that's why.
No, it was Pat.
It's just so funny.
You see how I forgot my point and who I was talking about and talking to?
Pure comedy.
Because everything slowed down to address the interruption. I totally forgot what I was trying to say.
3-on-1 is comedy.
I don't know why they found it so funny.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to talk about Batman, but I mean, it's just proceed, you know. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. He's an asshole.
Okay,
you like
that's
asshole
what
characters.
I was talking about.
I like the asshole characters. That's my personality.
Cap is not a douchebag.
Nope.
Like, what about Batman is a-hole-ish?
Is the question? I don't know the question.
No.
All right, he said he liked the question.
The question is kind of a jokey character, actually.
Well, he said he liked the question.
No, you know what? He's a serious character, but they put jokey people around him, so like a straight man, blank team.
But he's not an a-hole.
No.
All right, just making sure.
He's very... I would say he's more Boy Scoutish than Soups. I think he's a lot more straight-laced than Superman.
Interesting, because he said he liked him. What is this saying about him?
Because he's a human character as opposed to, you know, character-wise.
Okay. So powers and then personality.
Yeah, characters. That's my personality.
A1 is powers.
Yep.
I've said this.
I was talking about the personality of Superman. Batman and all these other heroes, you can see yourself in them, a bit of yourself in them. Superman is not like that.
Though you can. Because Superman is an alien that's lost just trying to find his place in the world. He wants family. He cares more about family than anything else in this world. He cares about his loved ones. He cares about helping people, blah, blah, blah. You can relate to Superman. He's not overly relatable, but you can find things to relate to.
Superman is not like that. You're supposed to inspire you to be better.
He's supposed to be larger.
He's supposed to be larger than
comic
that. So you can see yourself in a Dick Grayson, or you can see yourself in a Spider-Man. You can't see yourself in a Superman because you're not supposed to.
You're wrong, BG.
The thing is, it's not even that I can't see myself in it. It's just I just don't like it. It's
but you said because
relatable.
Yeah, because of the relatability.
It's to the. There is nothing more than the fact that I simply just don't like it. Okay. I don't like his personality. I don't like his motives. I don't like his means. I don't like the fact that he has the power to do a lot more, but does less because he wants to withhold himself.
Stop! I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Were you about to stop?
Like Dr. Manhattan, I guess.
Just let you say it.
See, there's a forceful interruption.
He has the power to do a lot more, but he doesn't. Batman has billions of dollars.
I was just about to make this point.
I mean, it's not like you're predicting something that somebody says. You said it. These are your thoughts.
Yeah, but I just...
Like, oh, I'm just about to make that genius point.
But I just said to myself, you're wrong about the Superman thing. And then I'm about to make the literal point of Batman in this instance. Whew.
Batman has billions of dollars. Okay?
Billions of dollars.
If you're going to get into money fixing the world's problems, the money...
No.
Then why can powers? I would say money is a lot closer to fixing the world power. Because when you have someone with power, you get something like Injustice. Where Superman is just like, I'm going to force peace on everybody. And in that, he became a dictator.
Instead of doing a little bit here and a little bit there.
Yeah.
Start with Crime Alley.
Superman knows that he can't save everybody and he can't do everything. He knows this. He knows people are going to be lost. And there's just no helping it unless he dedicates himself to being Superman. But he also doesn't want to interfere too much in public matters. Meaning, he doesn't want to sit there and solve the world's problem. Maybe he could, maybe he can't, but he doesn't want to. Because it's not a good thing.
I had this argument with Pro, as a matter of fact. Mm-hmm. In Avatar Season 3, one guy wants to get rid of the Avatar completely.
Yeah.
And I said, it's to force change. If you don't have the Avatar... if you see a monster coming, you're just gonna be like, oh, the Avatar will take care of it. If you don't have the Avatar, you're gonna be like, okay, we need to find a way to take care of this. So if Superman was Superman 24/7, somebody's getting mugged, somebody look down the alley like, Superman will take care of it, instead of interfering themselves.
Yeah, and that's funny enough. That's the plot of a Powerpuff Girls episode. The Powerpuff Girls were doing everything, and Professor Utonium would help with the remote.
So
they just
I remember that one. That's all you need to say. Good episode.
Okay.
If you're going to get into money fixing the world's problems, the money...
No. See, this isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fixing Gotham. I'm not talking about the world. That's problem.
If you just keep throwing money at something, it doesn't fix anything. Eventually...
Did you let him explain what he's talking about?
Before we go into this, if money can't do it and Batman can't do it, how do you fix Gotham?
Why try?
Why? What is there to fix? Burn that mother to the ground.
If money's not fixing it, if Batman's not fixing it, what else is there?
If the police aren't fixing it, if the government isn't fixing it, like, why? What is salvageable about this city? It's because he loves the city. I understand that. But he has billions. Do something with it. Instead of this military-grade Batman technology. You could do something to help clean up the streets with your money. And then take care of the threats. As opposed to the Banes and the Zazzes and all those. Mm-hmm. As opposed to your common thug. I believe I make this point, actually. So let's just back
I hope not.
Eventually,
did you let him explain what he's talking about?
I've just heard arguments before.
I was done talking. That's cool.
I've just heard these arguments before, and it frustrates me. Like, oh, if he's got so much money, throw more money at Gotham to clean up the streets. That's just more money for the crooks.
BG.
That's just more money for the crooks and the mobsters to get. Don't they have that money anyway? Mm-hmm. Can't they do this stuff anyway? Like,
I mean, if you throw $100 million at an orphanage, I'm sure that the mobsters won't target an orphanage.
They do.
But if you put it into beds and clothes, what are they gonna take?
Yeah, exactly.
Into education, it's just like, we're gonna take them books just because.
Yeah, if you would do something to keep, because a lot of these crooks they started out as kids just trying to work for the mob, and then they became these, people, these thugs that Joker hires or whatever. So why not just help education start from the ground up?
Is that what you were about to say, BG?
No.
Oh, he wasn't about to say that.
What were you going to say then?
Oh,
That's
thanks
the
for the
classic
condescending
argument.
tone, Nate.
Children, you're all beautiful. Calm down.
Thanks for the joke.
Comedies?
State your point. State your point and stop fluffing it.
He can't.
Fluffing what? You know what?
Nate is awful.
You know what? You know what?
Fluffing it.
He can't if you keep interrupting.
I'm not
Nate.
interrupting.
Nate
no,
is
I'm
not.
saying you,
In general, not you, Nate.
the royal you.
I want to know what the point is. Get to the point.
Batman.
2 clips down. Wow, that's a short clip.
Please get Nate out of here. We need to finish this episode. I'm sick of him.
Batman has developed all these weapons, all these supercomputers, all of this stuff. In the New 52, he's finally tearing down Crime Alley to build better homes for these basically homeless people.
Tore that motherfucker
So
down.
if these people have a means to jobs and
Why wouldn't he create jobs?
Indeed.
Why wouldn't he have a reform program for people in jails like these thugs?
Who can't get a job when they get out.
So instead of when they get out, they have to turn to a Two-Face or something. They can just go, "Hey, I'm straight laced. I'm making money now. I'm not in danger of getting stabbed by because it's his whim."
Less crime. But that's money fixing everything. You can't just do that because you can't.
So if these people have
plan.
a means to jobs and a secure home or more secure, they are less inclined to become the villains or the thugs that a Joker or a Penguin will look for to be in their gang. 2, he develops weapons. Why can't he develop?
Okay, this fingerprint thing. They just make fun of it, kind of.
Yeah. Well, we'll see exactly what they say and counter it. You're skipping too far ahead.
Why can't he develop some type of high-tech fingerprint weaponry for police officers to incapacitate people that only that officer can use? Some type of armor.
The groaning. What was groan worthy about what I just said?
Let him counter it.
Only that officer can use some type of armor for them.
Maybe because that. Do you maybe you understand technology, but
Do you see his technology?
Ridiculous amount of money.
Like a bat cave.
But the thing is, the costs to make that are.
Do you see the Batmobile?
They're singular. He knew what he needed. He did it bit by bit over time.
Okay.
You can't just all of a sudden start mass-produce fingerprint-based weaponry.
Why not?
Why not?
He's got billions. I'm sure he has factories.
And you have the blueprints to make them. You know how to make them. I'm sure mass producing them is probably a lot easier than one at a time.
You can't. You can't just batarang all the shit.
You can't do that. The Batarang, all of his equipment, except for the more high-tech gadgets that you'll see once or twice, maybe every few episodes, is the main things he uses are the grappling hook and the Batarang. 2 cheaply made equipment.
The Batmobile with his sonar and this other gadgets in it, and the internet apparently later.
Here's something. He talks about how he likes when Batman gets beat. He goes back to the Batcave, and then he builds something to. He builds that within hours or a day or 2. He researches it, constructing it, and he builds it. Sonic waves, heat rays, freeze guns. And you can't create a fingerprint technology for a gun? Blade in the movie had a sword that if anyone else touched it and didn't flip a switch, it cut their hands off.
Oh, that was very simple.
He can't build a fingerprint gun. I'm sure he has retina scans and all types of biothermal whatever. Like, what?
Market biothermal whatever.
But the fact is, you can't... Come on.
You can't come on.
No, you can't. Come on.
But the fact is, you can't...
The fact.
Come on.
But the problem is you're arguing like real world situations
Yeah, but
in
he's
comics
here
again.
arguing.
What is this? It's not real world. It's smart. It's the help.
I'm giving solutions for the Batman to clean up Gotham.
They're just waving it away.
Like, Superman being a totalitarian and just fixing all of Metropolis by being Superman 24/7, that's not, that's whatever. He could do that, but he doesn't want to. What is stopping Batman from doing these things? Why are these wrong things? Now, you could just say, oh, the comic ends, but why is it not a smart thing to do? I'm giving solutions to the problem. Nobody's giving me a solution to Superman's problem. You can't
reform Darkseid.
You can't manufacture guns against Zod. Like, you need a Superman. I'm giving you a scenario where you possibly don't need a Batman now. DA, if you don't stop reading this chat.
Versus is called Batman. Everybody else can learn it. Batman's an everyman, right? Versus is smashing them from what I see.
But the problem is you're arguing like real world situations in comics again. Arguing. This is you can't, like if you wrote comics this way, no one would read them. I'm sorry.
I'm giving you a solution.
Then what is
to the Bat problem?
He's talking about how Superman could do all this stuff, so I'm trying to counter with what Batman could do for all.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you see Superman when he for instance, when he loses control of the dark side, what he does.
Justice League.
But I mean, it's like even after all that, he doesn't do. Okay, what's the word? What's the situation I'm looking for here?
He doesn't rule the world.
No. He doesn't He doesn't make any actual countermeasures to stop it from happening again.
Oh, what is he doing for Joker? He's just waiting for Joker to get out again.
What can you do to prevent Darkseid from coming back? What can you do? Doesn't Clayface get shot with a freeze gun to stop him? Isn't that literally the herder thing?
He doesn't make any actual countermeasures to stop it from happening again.
Like what?
Well, for instance, I mean, I'm sure he could figure out a way to stop Darkseid being able to come to Earth. I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
How do you stop a boom tube?
You just gave precise arguments of what can be done against crime, and he just goes, "I'm sure something can be done." Point made.
Darkseid being able to come to Earth. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. That could happen.
Batman can't figure out a way to stop Joker from breaking out of Arkham.
Exactly.
Exactly what? What was the exactly?
We want to see these people, and that's exactly.
Figure out a way to stop Joker from breaking out of Arkham.
Exactly.
And you're supposed to stop this planetary.
And here's, and then I was actually leading to this exact point. This is the final thing I'm going to say with this whole conversation now.
We have 7 hours left
of what comics are. Everybody has their own villains that have to focus in their own way on their own thing. It all comes down to personal preference. There we go.
There's no argument to be done there.
I set this up on purpose.
You can't argue a point like that because it's nothing. This is what he said. Everyone has an opinion, and mine is different from yours. There we go. We're trying to debate this. Moving along.
I want to read that.
Well, this whatever.
DA, are the things I'm saying making any sense to you?
Absolutely. Speaking as complete not knowing anything about comics, I agreed with BG a lot more than I agree with you guys. I don't know Superman. I don't know Batman. I know of them. That is it. Everything that BG said rings true. guys got about 15%.
I was being generous.
No, to me especially, BG just didn't make any sense mostly.
Where?
Okay. He never got a full point out.
You got enough of it out.
I feel like we need like an unbiased opinion in this who doesn't know comics like whatsoever at all. Nothing about comics.
That's an impossibility.
Deadpool's better than all of them. Fuck all your shit.
I don't know anything about comics.
You're not listening? DA knows nothing about comics, Eddie.
You're related to, one of the parties.
I don't like Superman. I don't like Batman.
What's funny about that?
What? Because he's my brother, I'm supposed to agree with him? No. I disagree with
Husk
him a
was
lot
terrible.
more than I agree with him.
Oh, yes.
No, you didn't. I still think Husk was worse than Walden.
No. Walden
was nothing.
The second DLC character for...
He's right. Versus is right. Oh, Pro. That's your argument.
The second DLC character for Injustice was revealed, and it's Batgirl.
Still bitter.
I'm bitter too.
Personally, I'm happy at this. Batgirl is awesome.
Shut up, Ralph.
Just I want to throw that out there. Up
they
until
couldn't
she
even
was
get a good Batgirl. They got Barbara.
Up until she was shot in the spine by Joker, she was probably one of my favorite characters.
She sucks. The comic sucks.
Well, then again, your favorite character is Superman. So I mean, how great is your judgment?
This links into something if BG's rant goes the way I think it's going to go. So, BG, we shall give you the floor.
Okay.
You have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes on the clock and nothing less.
I'm gonna let DA time it.
Wouldn't it be nothing more?
No, nothing less.
Okay.
I'm gonna let DA time it. You want to start when I start talking?
Whenever you start talking.
Okay.
And going.
So people
I
keep telling me that Barbara should be DLC because she's a popular character, and popular characters are gonna sell, and the big management wants.
Scorpion sold the most DLC in that game. Batgirl was not the top seller. Why is she in the game?
And popular characters are gonna sell, and the big management wants to sell, and all that. Whatever, dude. Like Barbara, okay. Barbara may sell, let's say 3,000 more, and that's it for their sales. What are they gonna do after that? That's it. Gone. What? Done. She.
What?
Pro's argument.
Oh.
Okay.
They don't shoot him. They don't kill him on sight because they haven't. Because Joker's still alive.
They should.
Batman's actually below those laws, if that's what you're saying, because he's not gonna kill them.
1,000 more sales instead of including an Animal Man or a Swamp Thing, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, somebody that doesn't have a fan base, that has a comic in New 52 or a storyline going on. Martian Manhunter, are you serious? Zod is going to be in it? I don't even want Zod. I am a Superman fan, but digress. So, you're going to go for $15,000 more dollars. A flash in a pan, $15,000. Over a long-term $4 monthly comic for some people, even if it's an extra 300 people that get interested in this character, that's $1,200 more a month. So maybe I'm just a stupid one here. And the only reason this woman is popular is because she's a Batman character. Why is Bane in this game? He contributes finish nothing. That point. Rod would be so much. He's practically Bane, but without the venom. So then you could have had a Flash villain and taken away one Batman person. That was not needed in the story or the game. So, my Batman rant for how long do I have? You're right. Okay, my Batman thing. Why is he popular? And I'm gonna say everything that everybody else tells me, because he is a man that does not have superpowers that hangs with all these superpowers. Why is Green Arrow and the Question not as popular? They don't have powers. The Question is a better detective than Batman at times, even though he's the world's greatest. What's going on with that? And Green Arrow, he's a funnier Okay.
He's a funny
anyway. So then I hear it's the Rogue Gallery. Batman's Rogue Gallery is not even probably top 3.
Potentially top 3. Now I put Superman above it. I put Superman above him, but that could just simply be my bias. But I honestly believe Superman's villains are more diverse and better. The top 2 are without a doubt Spider-Man and Flash.
I haven't heard this argument before.
Oh, I haven't changed it?
Probably top 3. They have 2 amazing villains. The rest are good to okay. The 2 amazing villains are Scarecrow and Joker. That's all they have for amazing. Okay is Mr. Freeze.
Captain Cold's better.
Captain Cold is so much better than Mr. Freeze. It's not even debatable.
It's not debatable.
He's terrible.
It's not a debate.
Blow yourself.
What is that? Bane.
What is that?
He has 2 storylines. He had like 2 or 3 storylines.
Can anyone give me a storyline for Bane? I'm sure some people could, because Bane's storyline leads into Superman bleeding from a Batman punch. Oh, this happens, and it's Bush.
Oh,
I'm sure people don't.
Really quickly, how did that story where the suit zapped Batman's life? How did that end up?
Batman defeats Darkseid, and by defeat mean he got whooped, and Damian came back to life.
That sounds good.
Yes, it was.
2 or 3 storylines, and then he gets a movie, and now he's one of the best. Get out of here with that garbage. Good, Quinn. She's like a lesser Joker.
I take that back. Quinn is good, without being the lesser Joker.
Okay,
because she has a psychosis. That's, it's great.
We got about another 3 hours of this, pro.
That's more acrobatic. Okay. Ivy is good.
No. Ivy's okay.
2 arguments changed. You suck. I'm losing faith in you.
Hey. I learned more about these characters.
You know what? That makes perfect sense. Fair enough.
Who am I missing? You guys can interrupt this. Who am I missing? Penguin? Oh my God. Penguin is meh.
Sir.
Black Mask is meh. Two-Face is okay with this whole psyche thing, but the best Rogue Gallery in the history of comics is Spider-Man.
Apparently not, because you just backing down.
He has like 5 amazing villains. Clayface, get out of here. Oh, what is Clayface's motivation?
What does he want?
What is it? Nothing. He does it because he does it.
I still don't know what Clayface wants. To be normal again, I guess. But then why wouldn't Batman develop that technology?
Man, that's just one less criminal.
That might be Killer Crocs as well. Which again, why wouldn't Batman just do some research? I don't. Two-Face was shown in The Dark Knight Returns that he's not gonna get fixed.
Psychosis.
He's done. But some of these people could probably be fixed. Freeze? Why couldn't he be fixed? I'm sure he could.
Okay, you guys, when we were last debating, you said that such and such wouldn't say this thing. And I'm being stupid for just, if you strip it all down, of course people are gonna sound alike. What I meant by that was Carnage and Venom. You guys brought up Carnage and Venom. Carnage would not say things that Venom would say. Even if you don't know the characters. Carnage would not say things Venom would say. But Black Mask would say things Two-Face would say. Two-Face would say things Penguin would say. And Penguin would say things that Black Mask would say. Okay, how long do I have? You have 25%. Red Hood is a terrible character. Stop giving me this bullshit. He is
You had a point ready.
Why people think he's so great. Jason Todd comes back and he's a bad boy and he shoots good. Who gives a crap about this character? He is... How can people hate Jason Todd 1 second and then love him the name when he puts on a red? Get out of here with this garbage. Click. And I'm done. I had more, but I couldn't. I didn't write anything down
I should have wrote it down.
It all just
You
spewed out of me.
always write it down.
Jesus Christ! What?
I think I said that.
These people.
You are
Batman's
filled
so
with
bad.
irrational, idiotic hatred for a Batman.
I'm irrational, and I'm idiotic when it comes to Batman. I've admitted liking Batman stories. I've admitted liking Batman villains. I've admitted liking Batman characters. I have never irrationally said a reason that I just dislike Batman because whatever, just being irrational. Every point I've ever made, whether you agree with it or not, I would never say it was an idiotic point. Stand it.
You are
Batman's
filled
so
with
bad.
irrational, idiotic hatred for a Batman.
Superman.
That is all that I just heard there.
How is it irrational?
100%.
Because everything you just said was bullshit.
What part?
Just to put it simply.
Everything.
You immediately went after that
Can you
same
stop for a
conversation.
second? Immediately. You went after it, what, a minute before your time ran out? So 4 minutes into your rant? How was that immediately?
You immediately went after that same conversation we had before.
Yes, I
with,
just
these
said-
characters wouldn't say the same
I
things.
just said.
Impeccable
the
voice
reason I-
imitation, by the way.
I
thing
just
is-
said the reason I wanted to do that was
So
because I
you
had
did
to
the
fracture it up
arms.
because
Yeah.
every time you guys would interrupt me. So I had to get my full point across.
What?
What was confusing about that? It wasn't like the mind thing he said a episode.
Oh, that was beautiful. I have no idea what you just said.
What? Your full point was that the
Your
characters
point.
would say different things. Would say different things, correct?
Oh, DA, hello.
What? I
Your
couldn't
point-
hear you, Ralph.
Your point was that every character would say different things, right?
What? That wasn't my point.
That's what you said.
Wait,
That's
every
what-
character?
Wait, what?
He just completely did not understand your argument whatsoever.
What?
That's what you said.
Wait,
That's
every
what- that-
character? What are you talking about?
No, you're saying that the characters would say different things. Like if you just read the script of a character, you would know
No,
when it comes
I
to
didn't.
Spider-Man characters who was saying it.
No, it's not.
Oh,
that.
okay,
They would-
okay. I see what he's saying now. He's saying that I'm saying every Spider-Man villain would say different things. I understand what he's saying now. Okay. That was fine. Oh boy.
Characters who was saying it.
No, it's not that. They wouldn't say the same things, even if you didn't know who they were.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
probably couldn't pick
Stand-
out who said it if you don't know these characters, but they wouldn't say the same things.
Neither would. So the thing is, not every Batman character would say the same things.
I didn't say every Batman character. I said those three.
you
Joker
about
would
to
not
say
say
that?
the same
No.
thing as a
I was about to say, I think this is the episode where you do the quote,
I think it is too.
the clip.
would
Yeah,
not say the same thing as a black.
Great. They're similar. You know who kind of sounds a lot alike to me and comes to Spider-Man?
Who?
What's his name? Rhino. What's his name? Oh God, what's his name? Oh, what's his name? The Hunter, not the Hunter. What's his name?
Craven.
I said
Raven, yes.
Six, like
Actually
three.
said
Craven.
Oh.
Craven.
Craven.
All right, I'm going to go away from Spider-Man because I'm not as
Rhino and Craven
well-versed.
don't.
It's not even close.
No.
well-versed in
They
Spider-Man.
would not say the same thing. Let me just say that.
Superman. Superman's villains
Okay.
all say the same crap.
Oh, you heard
Ooh,
him.
Brainiac and Zod say the same things. Okay.
Brainiac, Zod, Luthor,
Really?
they all sound the same.
He said it twice.
Okay, Ralph. Livewire and Zod say the same things.
I didn't say Livewire. I said Zod.
And
Brainiac.
all Superman
I
villains.
didn't say all. I said there's plenty of Superman characters who say the
You
same.
just said
He said
all.
all twice. I called them out. He said it twice.
Plenty of Superman characters who say the
You
same.
just said all. You said the
No.
ALL all.
I did not say all. I said most. I said
Mike,
there are
what did he say?
a few.
I don't remember.
Oh, of course you know.
I'm not going through this again.
You said
Simply put, there are Superman characters that say the same kind of crap.
I say you can say that for any fandom.
No, you cannot. Would Rick say the same things as Glenn? Would Glenn say the same things as Shane?
Oh
Would
God,
Shane
my brain.
say the same thing as Carol? Would Carol say the same things as Maggie? Would Maggie say the same things as Beth? Would Beth say the same things as Carl?
Brains.
Would Carl say the same thing as Herschel? No, you can't say this for the same. You can't. You just can't.
I got sad.
Because you were naming all the horrible shit that happened to these characters as I was naming them.
You can say that for any fandom.
Exactly.
So I don't like that argument.
Argument is ridiculous. That's what I'm saying.
Wait. Okay. Give me the Superman characters.
I just gave you them. Brainiac, Zod.
Brainiac and Zod would not say the same things.
Yes,
their motivations are vastly different.
So similar when they talk.
Are you talking about their speech pattern? Because they're both from Krypton, so I would assume, they'd have similar dialects. It would be like saying, hey, these two southern characters say the exact same things because they speak the same way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the dialogue itself, not the inflections or what have you.
Hang on. We're getting a test. This is only a test.
Okay. Oh, if I fail, this is going to be horrible.
You can vent or something, please.
Okay.
How's your day been going?
It's been very... Oh, I had a bet going with a friend. I said, if he entered this tournament, I'd drink some apple cider vinegar water.
Ooh, you don't...
Why not?
It's not good.
It's disgusting.
That it is.
So, when I was over her house, he had drank 4 tablespoons worth in the cup. And that was my bet, 4 tablespoons, even though it's supposed to be 2. So I did the 4 tablespoons today. Dude, my stomach is still rumbling. I feel it in my system.
Really?
Yeah, it's awful. I can't... I felt like throwing up immediately after.
Why would you even?
Because it was a bet. And you know how bets go. Oh, yeah. Predator's going to be cool.
Oh, he's in the...
MK, yeah. It's him, Tanya, who you don't know from... She's post MK3. Jason, and Trimmer, which only appeared in Mortal Kombat Special Forces. He's a ninja that controls the Earth. People are really looking forward to him. The reason he got in is because the fans petitioned to get him in. So they were like, okay, we're just going to add Trimmer in. And they started working on some concepts and stuff.
Okay, finally. Mm-hmm. I kept getting movie quotes. It's very odd. Okay. Don't sit there like, oh crap. Okay, let me see a good one, a good ambiguously.
Mm-hmm. Just waiting, DA. Just wait. Filibuster. Boop 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 boop.
Oh, this is a really good one.
Okay.
It pains you so to serve under me. Go back to being a big fish in that tiny pond you call Earth.
I would say Zod.
That is Zod.
Because Brainiac wouldn't let him go.
Very good reasoning. And there you have it, folks. Such a one little line like that, and he gave a reason like this. Yeah, it's right here.
Brainiac wouldn't allow an Earth.
And I even cut out the part, why don't you simply leave New Krypton? Because that would be way too easy to figure it out.
So similar when they talk.
I would say Luthor and Brainiac just because they're...
No. Because they're both intelligent people? Like, does that mean Luthor and Batman speak the same? Because they don't. Because they're evil and intelligent? I don't think so, because I don't think Doom and Luthor speak the same. Like, what's the point here? Because they're smart and Superman stuff?
I don't understand that point.
He doesn't conquer versus, he just absorbs information and then destroys planets.
I would say Luthor and Brainiac just because they're both mental. I would say Luthor and Brainiac more, but I would say like Darkseid.
Oh yeah.
Darkseid is a Justice League villain.
Mongol.
Darkseid is a Justice League villain.
Darkseid is
a Superman
villain.
No, he's a Justice League villain.
Superman has fought him before, so
yes,
that means
its own series, though. That's what I'm trying to say here.
And Batman just fought Darkseid. Is he a Batman villain?
Yes.
He fought him alone.
Press play. Yes.
Luthor has fought Batman in his series.
Yeah, but they originate in Superman.
Okay, Solomon Grundy originates in Green Lantern. He's not a Green Lantern villain. He's a general villain.
If they originate in the series, they're technically part of that series.
But they're not.
Origination.
Are the Parkers main characters in Moesha because they spin off from Moesha? No.
Mo to the E to the.
Like it's just because they originated in a story. Green Lantern originated, I think, in like Detective Comics or something. Maybe Green Arrow. These people originate in these stories. I think it was Black Canary, as a matter of fact, that originated in Detective Comics. She's not a Batman character. She's a Green Arrow character, or a Siren, Birds of Prey, or she's a Birds of Prey character. They're not that series anymore. If you mean to tell me that hold on, you mean to tell me if Lex Luthor appeared in the first Superman comic, and then no other Superman comic ever, and he appeared in everybody else?
It's from Superman comics, therefore
it's from
Superman
comics. But he's general villain now.
But he still originates.
You don't associate him with Superman.
But he originates from Superman.
Yeah, that's fine. He originates from Superman. He comes from Superman, but that doesn't make him a Superman villain. It makes him a villain of whatever's happening. For example, if Doctor Doom appeared in he got his origin story in Fantastic Four, did one fight against Fantastic Four, and then every other fight was against Spider-Man. He's a Spider-Man villain. You can't just say, oh, he's a Fantastic Four villain. No, he fought them once, and that was his first appearance or whatever. But Galactus, I think his first appearance was Fantastic Four. That man's just a world eater. He's a general villain. Like, he fights everybody. He's against everybody. Just because they originated something doesn't mean anything.
I have a counterpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Something like a Maleficent. Yes, she comes from Sleeping Beauty, but she when she's in Kingdom Hearts, she's kind of not a singular though.
Yeah.
And he's arguing singular. That was a terrible example. Press play. Dig me out of this hole.
Therefore, you have to have them in the same grouping because he comes from Superman.
But okay, let's hold on. We're running in circles again.
No, we're not. I made a salient point, and he said no.
I tried to find a Brainiac Luthor, but they were all just very boom. This is clearly who they are.
Because they spoke very differently.
Not Zod. Brainiac deal with all sorts of information and owning, and that's like all the quotes that I can find.
I could give you. Oh my god!
Good on you.
There's a page of a Luthor just looking at Superman. Superman's looking at him through X-ray vision or whatever through a window. And Luthor's just doing this monologue, and it's f***ing amazing.
Slurp, slurp.
I'm going to it now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. We'll press play, but I'm going to it.
I still disagree with your point though, BG, with Two-Face and Penguin on that, just because there's certain nuances of the characters that they, like Two-Face would not say the same thing as Black Mask, but that'd be getting back into our old argument again. And
we've had this already.
Yeah.
I just like an example. I'm gonna do this Lex Luthor thing right quick. Again, the window. Those red eyes, I'm sure they look right through me. Like I'm nothing but a nuisance. But when I see you, I see something no man can ever be. I see the end of our potential, the end of our achievements, the end of our dreams. You are my nightmare. That is Lex Luthor.
Sort of generic. Every villain would say that.
Every villain is lemons.
Two-Face.
I don't remember the example. There was too
much. Two-Face talks to himself.
No.
Yes.
He said take away.
I said
you can't take away their personality.
No, I'm not taking away the personality. Names would be the same.
No,
you mean to tell me Black
Two-Face?
All you're doing is adding a
the coin.
We and the coin. That's it. It's nothing.
Okay, Two-Face and Black Mask specifically. Black Mask talks just like a normal gangster for the most part. Like I said, I said the people that would sound similar would probably be Black Mask, Salvatore Maroni, and Carmine Falcone.
Yeah,
they're just plain gangster. That I agree with. They
talk like normal gangsters.
Yeah, Two-Face, he talks to himself and about the coin at all times.
I'm gonna find a Two-Face quote real quick.
Oh no! Don't do this! Don't do this! It's not as easy as it seems. Trust me.
I'm sure that was one of his big moments, so I'm not looking for that. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour and it seems like a minute. That's relativity. Oh, that was Albert Einstein. Oh, he just quoted him. That means nothing to me.
He did it while flipping a coin.
Oh, that's what makes it different. We were once on a mission together, damn it. You, me, and Gordon. Yeah, Crusaders all, a holy trinity of law and order, except you let McKellen destroy my life. How could you let yourself fall so far? Why couldn't you steal yourself? Channel the pain, turn it into something good. Like you did, Bruce. Where was the coin? Where was the we? Where was anything? Where was literally anything in that?
That was nothing.
That was nothing. Where was literally anything about the coin? Always. Constantly.
At all times.
At all times he talks about it. Where was the coin? Where was the we? Us.
See, it's not easy at all.
The dichotomy of the characters. Where was any of it? Yeah,
Google sucks.
Oh, this is DC Animated Universe.
Yeah, who needs that?
I'm sure he'll understand about the greater good and the choice you had to make and all that. My question is, will you ever really? Coin? Anything? Two-Face, it usually is Harvey. Don't tell me you've given up on my better half, Batman.
My,
not R. You said it yourself, lady. Batman made every one of us. And he's talking about the villains, not him, Two-Face.
That is what
I have seen Two-Face media where he just shot. Where he has talked to people as just the growly Two-Face that did, and all he did was flip the coin. He never talked about it. He just talked to the people. He just did.
What film?
Yeah, I don't remember. Why would you say a film? Why wouldn't it be a comic? Which is
why would they need the exact quotes, the time, and all that other stuff? Where Proceed can just quote random things like, "Oh, Superman does this." I don't remember.
What film?
Yeah, I don't remember. I've seen media like it though.
Are you talking about the Batman and Robin Forever?
What? No, it wasn't live action.
Seen anything where
just because most media that I have seen is of Two-Face being super obsessed with his.
Is it the movies and the animated universe and the not canon stuff? Because I just read two quick canon quotes
is of Two-Face being super obsessed with his coin and
talking to
personality.
He's Two-Face. That's his thing. He talks to himself.
Okay.
How about this? DA talking here. How you doing? My name is DA. I don't really talk much. What I believe BG is saying is if you have generic Black Mask talking, his gangster stuff. Yeah. If you just insert him saying the word coin and flipping it, it's essentially Two-Face. Right?
Again, not really, because there's a lot of talk about us, or there's a lot of talking to himself.
Where was any of that? I just read.
He's not saying anything about a personality. He's just saying, oh, he talks to himself. That's it. you can't just insert Venom talking about mass murdering people because people would be like, no, that's not Venom. All you're doing is going, well, they would say the same thing if he said we in the coin. And
there's a lot of referring to him.
If he used the us thing and the coin thing, could you not see blackface as two? I mean, Black Mask as two.
But that's the thing. You never see Black Masks.
You don't see Carnage as Venom because they're vastly different people. But all Two-Face is different.
Spider-Man, so I can't make any arguments against.
Two-Face is from differentiating from Black Mask is this us talk and this coin talk.
Well, the thing is, you're running off of a character base that's mostly, well, not mostly, a lot of, actually no, most of Batman's characters are all criminals. All his villains are mostly just.
Aren't all villains criminals?
You say that.
Oh.
All his villains are mostly just criminals.
That's what villains are.
They're not. A lot of them.
Oh, you douche!
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, you douche! Oh, you're a douche.
You said like I did it on purpose.
Criminals.
That's what villains are.
They're not. A lot of them aren't like.
Not super villains.
Exactly.
Is what he's saying.
They're usually just people.
He's not a superhero.
Exactly. He
has to fight people
Batman,
on his scale.
All right, fine. He's a non-superhero.
Okay.
So the thing is, almost all of his villains are just people.
Okay.
So they're all going to sound just like the regular city mobsters because that's all they are.
So should all superpowered people sound exactly the same? Should Magneto sound like Darkseid since they both just have powers? This is what you're telling me. Ivy should sound like I'm trying to think of a villain here. Cersei's or something, Like just because they have powers, they should sound the same. Zatanna, I should go all villains. Like I don't understand that point.
Mobsters because that's all they are for the most part.
Again, Quinn would not sound like Freeze in any way, shape, or form. Freeze would not sound like Scarecrow in any way, shape, or form. Scarecrow would not sound like Zaz in any way, shape, or form.
Exceptions. Victor Freeze is a scientist. Harleen Quinzel is a psychiatrist. They're different.
Harvey Dent was a mayor candidate, a lawyer, district attorney. Penguin is a wealthy, upbrought guy. What are you saying?
They're different.
They're different originations here. They're different characters entirely.
What was Black Mask before he was Black Mask?
Just a mobster. He was just a mob boss.
He came out the womb as a mobster. What was
Penguin before he was Penguin?
He was same thing as Bruce Wayne, a billionaire,
heir to a throne.
Heir to a throne.
Okay, he was an heir to a throne. Black Mask was a mobster. This was running for mayor. These are very different backgrounds.
Yeah, but that's why when it's the Harvey Dent side of Two-Face, he talks like a lawyer. When it's the gruff side talking,
this as a matter of fact, I didn't know that he talks gruff, and this is new information.
Lawyer. When it's the gruff side talking, it's the mobster because that's what he was used to dealing with on the crime side was mobsters. So that's what he associates with bad. That's his bad voice, mobster.
If Gravely, Two-Face, Black Mask, and Penguin were talking to a person,
Penguin, you wouldn't really. Again, Penguin's way of talking is a lot more refined mobster.
What was my
it's
point?
More like money gangster. It's different.
Excuse me. This was his point earlier. He was about to put out a point, and then you just said, "I know where you're going with this. Here we go. I'm gonna refute it before you get a point."
I haven't interrupted him yet. I've let him talk.
You just did.
No, it right clean in the middle of it.
You're talking, and you said, "Boom, Penguin talks like this."
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Penguin talks. More of a.
My point was this, though. My point, though.
He wasn't about to say.
I thought he was done because I heard a pause. I thought he was done.
It wasn't a pause.
I thought there was a pause.
Over me.
It was my Skype.
All right, BG, talk.
Yeah, go ahead. I thought my Skype may have lagged. I thought he was done.
Okay.
It's so funny.
If Black Mask, Two-Face, and Penguin were talking to someone, if I was reading a Batman comic and someone read it aloud to me and said,
this is Penguin, I would have no way to say, no, it's not. I read Batman comics. Okay, don't throw this. It's the fandom thing. If he said this is Penguin when it was Black Mask, I'd be like, how am I supposed to know? If he said it was Two-Face, if this person took away the us and the coin and said this is Penguin for Two-Face, I'd have no way to tell. If he gave me that entire Red Mask conversation, Red Hood conversation from that movie, the one I showed you guys.
Under the Red Hood.
If he said this person was Two-Face, I wouldn't be able to dispute it.
And I already know what you guys are about to say.
Well, no, I have something. I have something completely different. But go ahead.
The us and the coin thing are what makes Two-Face Two-Face. If you take those two things away and he's exactly like another character, he's not a good.
It's not a very different character.
No, he has two sides to himself.
Whoa! No, hold on. I'm not even talking about what Ralph just said. Did we say the exact same thing last episode? Like almost verbatim.
We did.
No, he.
If you take those two things away and he's exactly like another character, he's not a good character.
It's not a very different character.
It's.
Oh no!
It might have been verbatim.
Oh no! We're gonna get a little bit later. We're just gonna keep saying the same things over and over. Like, what are we doing here?
They just started playing episode 2.
No, he has two sides to himself. There's the gruff mobster side, and then there's the educated lawyer.
The mobster side sounds like Black Mask. How about that?
Yes, the gruff mobster side.
Versus. I have read over 60 series.
Can't catch up on One Piece to save your life, though. Douche.
Several Superman, several Batman, several Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, several Iron Man, Cap. You know, I read a lot of comics. I haven't read comics in like 3 or 4 months, except for MKX and Injustice. And MKX is super hype.
Their side of Two-Face sounds just like Falcone and Black Mask, because that's the mobster mentality. He's that persona is created in Two-Face.
Why even have a Black Mask?
Why have a Falcone or Maroni?
Okay, I can understand having that because you have mob wars, what have you. Why have a Black Mask?
Because he has a black mask.
Does he? That's not his face?
I don't know.
To be that way, because that's how Harvey Dent associates criminals.
So why have Black Mask?
What is going on here? We're dumb. We're dumb people.
You know, I was thinking as I was saying it, like, did I say this already? I think I was going to say this in about 2 seconds.
It's a different character. That one has been a criminal his entire life.
So Two-Face
is just basically portraying himself as a criminal after his accident.
Two-Face.
Go for it.
Two-Face is a better Black Mask.
I wouldn't say that. Black Mask is the better Two-Face.
No. What? As a character, Two-Face is better than Black Mask.
Maybe. I guess. I've never been a big Harvey Dent fan. I never really liked Two-Face that much. I kind of like Black Mask a little bit more. He's more of the...
Okay, you're going into this biasly. Unbiasedly. Two-Face is a better Black Mask. If one is simply a gangster, one is a gangster that has a dual personality with this other guy talking to himself and all that, you have to say this is a better character because it's more of a character opposed to just a gangster.
I'm nodding my head for the people at home.
The insane side. Agreement. While Two-Face will sit there and
Two-Face is insane. He talks to himself.
Two-Face talks more than acts. Black Mask acts more than he talks. That's why I like Black Mask a little bit.
So he shoots people in the face more than Two-Face will, because Two-Face will flip a coin before deciding.
Basically, right off the bat, yes, that's why I like him more.
Okay.
You're talking to Ralph here. He likes shooting things.
I feel like the better character, not just going even with the whole, it's a better character because it's different. A better character is just like, I really want to shoot you, but I have to do this thing first. Flip, crap, and land it wrong. I really want to shoot you, but I simply can't. That is a good character. That is a good moment. Not just blam.
Now, we're almost at midnight, so we need to really start winding down. We're going to play this clip, and then we're going to decide if we continue with this final clip or if that was going to be the final clip.
Because apparently, I'm always wrong. You too late, DA.
But okay, so what I'm going to say, just because this is what I hear just from you guys going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
When Proceed has the notions of these characters ingrained in him because he's a big fan of Batman and he will defend them like he has been.
Yep.
Whereas, if
just like you've been defending Spider-Man.
I wouldn't say Spider-Man, Superman.
I'm not a great Spider-Man fan. I don't like Peter Parker. Let me say that.
But anyways, when you would insinuate, say, Darkseid is like Mongol or Darkseid is like
I pointed out how they're not.
No.
Opposed to just wagged my finger and said they're not.
No. That's not what happened.
I gave you case in point. Like, they wouldn't... Nope. They would not say the same thing. Okay, this is the problem here. They keep coming at this like... we're fans of Batman, so we're going to defend Batman. You're a fan of Superman, so you're going to defend Superman. But they don't read Superman. So, there's nothing to go on the offense about for them. I read Batman, so I can go on the offense about Batman. They can't offense Superman because they don't know Superman. So when I say, no, these characters wouldn't say the same, they're just like, yeah, they would. But you don't have an
because
offense.
They're all this certain thing. They're all educated. And...
Yeah, they don't have an offense. They don't have an arsenal. They don't have ammo to shoot at me to pierce the armor of my argument, my counter-argument. Like, they don't have anything.
Darkseid is like Zod or something.
It's not.
You would defend that as well.
Absolutely. I would say they would say the same things because they wouldn't.
There we go.
There we go. What, Ralph?
But the thing is, what we're saying is I think because Proceed is a bigger fan than you are of Batman, he looks into these characters a little more. He understands them a little better.
Yeah,
or you're disinterested when you read.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I've already said I like arcs. Yeah, but I read them.
But it doesn't matter.
I read all these characters.
It doesn't matter.
Hold on. I read all these characters.
Mike's talking first. You're interrupting Mike.
No,
For once. Not for the 50th time.
Did I even interrupt Mike?
I don't think you did even.
Because I was like, yeah, but I read them, and I started saying something else.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Disinterested when you read.
Yeah, but I read them.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Hold on. I read all these characters.
Mike, hold on. You're interrupting Mike
even
now.
Though you say something.
But
first.
No, hold on. You were interrupting me.
Yes, I was. I'm trying to dispute certain things you're saying. And then I'll stop and let you continue. And then the next time you pause, I'll try again. And if you continue, I'll stop again. I don't plow ahead until you stop.
And then make another point and then have you refute that point.
So anyways, let's continue on to another story.
I was trying to refute your points.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, I clearly was just not happy.
It was a joke.
He just said he doesn't like... I think I knocked out our headphone. Or you might have. But he just said he doesn't like Spider-Man. He doesn't read Spider-Man or whatever. I'm assuming he doesn't read Superman.
Superman? I've read Superman in the past. Yeah, I have.
How much?
Oh, God.
Because I've read a lot of Batman.
I have read a decent amount. I had a friend who had a pretty sizable just DC Universe collection.
There are over 100 issues of Superman.
Decent amount signs like about 200 to 300.
That's a decent amount. It's not a great amount.
He did not give us a number.
This is another argument I had a while back. Somebody was talking about, I watched a decent amount of One Piece, so I'm clearly an expert and I know why I don't like the series. It's the same thing over to island, fight bad guy, blah, because I was disputing some with Naruto. And I was like, where did you get? He said episode blah blah blah. And I said, you quit in the middle of, I think it was like Skypiea. You were just like, middle of Skypiea, done. He was like, no, I didn't quit in the middle. I was like, yeah, that's the middle of that arc. So you just went, okay, it's the middle of this arc, I'm done.
fiction, and I read a sizable amount of Superman. Can I remember it all? No, it was like when I was 15, but I did read a pretty substantial amount. Like
if you can't remember it, then the amount you've read means nothing because no information to gather from your memory or anything.
Like, substantial amount. Like we would just hang.
You say I'm disinterested in Batman, but I'm reading Batman. I got all this. I get all the nuances. I can see it. I'm reading it. I process the information. Even if I don't like it, I see what's going on. But
I mean, as you're reading it, you're just. I mean, if
hold on.
You know what? I did kind of interrupt Mike here, but I do want to say I'm not disinterested in Batman when I read a comic. Otherwise, I would just not read Batman.
Drop it right clean in the middle of it.
I mean, if
hold on.
Well, no. Go ahead. My turn.
I'm reprimanding you.
So a person who is actually reading something and enjoying something will naturally absorb much more information than a person who's just...
No.
I refute this.
If a critic hates a movie and writes just as much information about a movie that he liked, like, what's the difference?
I'm sure neither one of us has seen Here Comes the Boom since.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of liked it. You hated it. I'm sure we can give the equal amount of information.
Yeah. You know what? I could possibly have more information because if you dislike... Okay, DA and I are very passionate people. So
I don't think they realize this yet.
If we dislike something, we remember why we dislike that motherfucker. If we like something, we're like, oh yeah, that's cool. That was cool. That was great. We could bring those things up as well. But if we went 4 episodes worth of against The Dark Knight Rises. Mm-hmm. We remember
it so that we can have points to talk about.
Exactly. Not just like,
oh, why didn't you like it? It was just sort of boring. Why? Well, it just didn't grab my interest. That's not saying anything. Whereas you could just be like, okay, this scene, that seems a lot better.
We don't sleepwalk through the media. I get it. I'm reading it. I understand what's going on. Like, exactly. Versus he remembers why he hates Transformers. I'm sure he could give points like, oh, that was so stupid or something. It's not like, oh, you don't like Transformers, so you don't get the nuances of why the Metabots didn't do this or something.
The Dinobots, sir.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. I'm seeing the information presented on screen, and it's garbage. And I'm reading the information in the comic, and I don't like it. You guys aren't reading, and you're just like, well,
I know I'm not gonna like it, so I'm just not gonna read it.
You didn't read, and you're just like, yeah, they would say the same things. You tried to counter my point by saying the same applies to Superman, but you couldn't give me anything about it.
Will naturally absorb much more information than a person who is just reading something. Nope. You read a book you're not going to like. Are you going to remember it in the next week? No,
yes.
You're not.
I remember Hunger Games 3.
Pause. I remember all of Christopher Pike's Starship Explosion or whatever the piss that was called. That abortion travesty. And then it seeped its way into Remember Me, which was a series that I loved.
That book was a travesty.
Oh, man. I swear, I've always been like, if I ever meet Christopher Pike, I would sing his phrases, but then I would just go, that Starship Explosion, or whatever the piss it was called, was inexcusable.
Is that the one where they defeated the villain or whatever by plugging in a cable box?
Yup.
I haven't read that book in 10 years, and I remember that.
Oh my goodness. I was sitting there, because I was in my whole Pike is awesome. All these books. It was just like, oh, here's the library, and another book, and here's Starship Explosion.
I remember the one where the girl went to the island and goddess statue, a miniature. I remember that one. I remember the best. Like, it means that. How much can you give me of Naruto?
So much. And that was the point that I'm gonna make here.
Really?
Yes.
Who? Yes.
You're not.
I remember Hunger Games 3.
I can tell you all of Toby's motives, and I despise Naruto.
Could you pause for a second? That was half of a bluff. I'm glad they didn't say, "Oh, tell me," because it was so convoluted. I was just like, I could have bullshit my way through it, but I got most of it.
I will also say that
Just
I don't
laugh it
go
away.
into Batman uninterested because I love the Scarecrow storyline of the Dark Knight, the Batman the Dark Knight, or Detective Comics. My bad. I really enjoyed that story. I enjoyed the Night of the Owls.
Sorry, I just read Nate's thing in the stream.
It's night / I enjoyed all of that.
Shut up, Nate. You over there. Anyways.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And
sure.
But
I enjoy Joker. I enjoy Quinn. I enjoy Ivy. I enjoy a lot of these characters. I enjoy a lot of the storyline.
Batgirl as well.
I don't like Batman.
What would you say about certain Green Lantern villains, though? A lot of them rings.
Like who?
Well,
okay, their rings are powered by different things, though. Fear and rage and all that.
Mm.
So, of course, they're not going to say that. Sinestro rules by fear. And Atrocious, or however you pronounce it, gets a lot of his stuff through anger. They're really different.
What about all the separate Green Lanterns?
Even the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan is not like Kyle Rayner. He's not.
No, on that I agree. They're not.
Who's Kyle Rayner, bro?
Oh, he said who? I remember it was like, what about Kyle Rayner? Who? Oh my goodness.
Who's Kyle Rayner, bro?
Oh my goodness.
He's not.
No, on that I agree. They're not alike.
I'm just trying to throw out examples.
You have nothing. Guy Gardner is the worst Green Lantern.
But I'm gonna throw this out there like this. To be honest, how much you actually have affection towards a series will determine how you feel about it and its characters and their.
Could you pause? How much you like it equals how much you like it, is what he's saying.
That sounds very fanboyish. Like, I like this series, so no matter what, I'm just gonna like it. That's not.
How much you have an affection towards it is how well you will feel about it. That's just saying, if you like it, you will like it more.
But
there's nothing that you can do to dislike it, and there's nothing, if you dislike it already, there's nothing that you can do to like it.
But I do like some stuff.
No.
Feel about it and its characters and their portrayal. It affects it.
But I think a lot of people ignore these things, these bad things I point out, because they're fans. So you just kind of gloss over it. I think.
Yeah, but it's still good. It's still bad.
I think looking at some things with a critical eye is necessary if you're a fan of a series.
Yes, that is very true.
You can't just absorb everything, but like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Like, there are arcs in One Piece where I'm just like, there's moments where I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I'm sure if Batman kills somebody, you'd be like, whoa, wait a second.
Yeah.
It affects it. I have a very.
You mean it's a bias?
Yes, fine. Yeah, it's a bias. Fine. No, you're right. No, you're right.
I was just joking. Go ahead.
No, fine. It's call it a bias if you want,
joking.
but
nobody understands.
If you have affection for it, you're going to care about it more.
Again,
Therefore,
I still enjoy these stories and these characters.
But the thing is, you've already
overall
saying you don't love Batman.
No, I don't.
You can only like Batman if you love Batman. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Love.
Versus, do you remember a lot about those Godzilla movies?
You don't.
He'll answer in 14
love
minutes.
Batman.
I don't like Batman.
Exactly. There you go.
I don't like the Batman character.
From a perspective of Batman's character,
and much of the
a lot of I see things differently than you do. You love Superman's character. I don't. So we see things differently. It comes right down to personal opinion. How I see it, though, is I can distinctly pick out the villains of Batman's villains bit by bit. I don't even need to know who's who. I can just know from reading a script. I don't need that's just how it goes. That's how much I know these characters. Okay. And just like you can do the same for Superman, I bet. So it just comes down to the fact that you don't like Batman. Fine. But it's just, you're going off on this tangent. Just call it what it is. Say you just don't like it.
I don't like Batman. What are you talking about? But the thing is, you're saying that I don't like Batman, and so it's gonna affect like my processing of this. I'm still getting it.
You get it, but you don't feel about it the same way.
No,
you understand it. But
if a person dislikes trigonometry, it doesn't mean they don't absorb the information of trigonometry. If they're still getting A's, whatever.
Very good point.
But it's like, oh, I hate trigonometry, A's, but I just hate doing it. What they get the information. I'm getting the information, even if I don't like it.
Like you wrote this stuff down and prepared these statements. Insert the ruffling of papers. What are you talking about? Where's my phone?
You get it, but you don't feel about it the same way. You understand it, but it doesn't reach you as deep. It doesn't click in the back of your head like it does somebody who's a hardcore fan.
Yeah, I still enjoy many of these storylines.
You enjoy
the Scarecrow storyline of New 52 is in my top 5 favorite storylines of New 52.
Enjoying it still and being a very large fan of the series as a whole is different. While you will pick apart and enjoy certain things, a lot of fans like me will find enjoyment in all of it from however we can.
Ignore it.
Excuse me, I have a quote here. I'm going to read it to you. Could you please distinguish if it is Penguin, Black Mask, or Two-Face? And I'm going to add the we and I as I see fit. I/we are not pleased, not pleased at all. And despite appearances, this isn't a smile on my/our face.
You tried this with me twice, and within seconds.
So I'm just trying to take it apart here.
And give
a reason. We.
He's trying to make it ambiguous, so you can't immediately tell.
All right, so you're not quoting it directly. No. Right. So say that. That was the only thing I was thinking about the entire time you were talking.
I/we are not pleased, not pleased at all. And despite appearances, this isn't a smile on my/our face.
And you said I have to pick between Black Mask, Penguin, and who?
Two-Face.
Two-Face.
That sounds like Penguin.
It's Black Mask.
Is it really?
Black Mask.
Yes.
The way it was worded sounded a little bit like Penguin.
Exactly.
Black Mask. All right.
Exactly.
It's Black Mask.
Is it really?
Black Mask.
Yes.
The way it was worded sounded a little bit like Penguin.
A little bit like Penguin. Exactly. That's
that's the whole point.
All right. Well, Black Mask. All right. I can be wrong every few times.
But he said so many times about how he's confident and that he would get it for sure and all this other stuff.
But Mike, you thought it was Black Mask. What gave it away to you?
You see.
Ah. You're right.
He kind of has that. You see.
Yeah, you see. Yeah. God. Yeah, you're right.
Are you looking for another one, DA?
No, that proved my point.
Okay.
Well, Mike got it.
He got it after the fact.
So, that is episode 3.
Oh my goodness. How long? How much? We're not.
That
is.
I still have to.
That is a lot.
We still have
not a little at all.
We still have like 2 hours of material, bro. This is the next clip.
But what was I thinking? Oh, actually, I wanted to go on to something because the general question you ask is why people like Batman.
You kind of want to continue.
Yeah,
we're not continuing.
4-hour show.
Dude, that's 2.5 hours of just straight. So yeah, well, we might do it Sunday since we missed a couple
Easter.
weeks.
That's Jesus' day.
So yeah, we might do it Sunday. Jesus,
the divas.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Well, next episode of the YouTube Editor's Perspective podcast next week versus stream.
Maybe.
Real sick, guys.
Dude, I don't understand.
I'll take 3.
I'm Spider-Man.
This is like that Life and Times of Tim episode where they were in the bus stop. I think Tim's about to throw up. He looks sick. He looks the worst. What are you, Dracula? Oh, I'm throwing up.
Oh, damn. That is inexcusable.
No, if you're really sick, what are you going to do?
Go to a GameStop, apparently.
Yeah, he did go to GameStop. That was... He drove. He carried sack out of bed. Drove to GameStop, waited in a line, and then purchased it.
There's various things wrong with this. First off, the fact that he drove there. If it was like where the Family Dollar is, where you can like see it and just walk over there, that's fine. I would have had no problem with it. But he had to drive somewhere. Second, he had to drive by himself. I'm assuming, who would go with him. Second, third, he waited in line. If there was no line, I'd be fine with it because he could just walk in, walk out. But he had to wait in line for it. Fourth, I cleaned up crap with my balls hurting. And he can't sit down for an hour and a half and go, this video sucks. Oh, Jesus.
Next week.